of some things we have now. So some things we know about probability, that the probability of some event happening, let's just call it A, the most basic idea is it's the number of ways A's can happen. Divided by the total number of things that can happen. Most probabilities are a bit more complicated than that. So some other ideas that we have are the probability that A doesn't happen is 1 minus the probability that A does happen. And these are called complementary events. And we have the addition rule that if we have two things, two different events, event A or event B, that's the probability that A happens plus the probability that B happens minus the probability that they both happen. And again, sometimes this is 0, and that's what they call disjoint events, that A and B have nothing in common, and this is what they have in common. That's called the addition rule. The probability that A happens if B happens is the probability of A and B divided by the probability of B, right, that new knowledge. This is a conditional probability. And then we rewrote that to give us the multiplication rule. Probability of A and B, there's several versions of this, would be the probability, I'm going to use just alphabetical order, that A happens times the probability that B happens if we know that A happens. And that one can be reversed, sort of. If I consider B first, it would be the probability of B happening. Then I have to consider A if B already happened. So we have a couple of different ways to think about that one. And these are called the multiplication rule. And so a lot of times when I'm thinking about a probability, I'm going to use these individually or in some combination. So those are the main ideas about probability. But often I find a two-way table does what I need to do when I'm comparing two different things happening. So we're going to look at some examples with two-way tables next.